Hello everybody, hey, we're back again today with a new video. We're talking about Todd Kohlhepp again, a serial killer from South Carolina. I want to start out by saying I have nothing but the deepest sympathy and compassion for the families of the victims of Todd. And I know that it must be really, really hard for them. I know particularly for the Coxies, it's a little bit hard right now because it was recently Megan's birthday. So, you know, it's a very, very sad situation. It's heart-wrenching in a lot of ways. You know, it's why I want to do this video to point out, you know, some of the things this guy was doing on Facebook that were still yet more red flags that were there about this guy. Besides his record, and what he had done in his past, you know, the rape and binding and stuff of the girl in his past. Anyways, so that's what I want to do is call attention to that and point out that, you know, serial killers now have this new platform where they can go and they can kind of subtly or coyly taunt their victims potentially, or their victims' families, as I'm going to show in this video. He did. I mean, he was a real nasty individual. I mean, he was pretty twisted. Twisted seems like a mild word. Yeah. He was just kind of off the rails. You know, you look at things like the fact that he raped this girl, he bound her arms and stuff, he put duct tape on her mouth, and he raped her. You're going to see in the upcoming clips that I'm going to show you here at first where he explains to somebody else what happened. And it's nothing like what we see, what came out of the court record. Whatever he's saying happened, he's making it seem like it was like his girlfriend and she was cheating on him with an older guy kind of thing. He was trying to totally minimize it. Didn't mention binding her. He said he didn't. He just told her to sit on a couch. Anyways, you guys will see in this upcoming document. If you've watched my other two videos, you know I showed what the court basically determined on that, what happened. That he bound her. He bound her arms together. He put duct tape over her mouth, and he forced himself on her. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some screenshots here. I want to also keep in mind that his dad said his own father, in those same court proceedings and in the valuation of Todd back then when that happened, said that it seemed like Todd was only capable of one emotion, which was anger. I like to keep pointing that out because it seems pretty valid with him, because it seems like his anger got the better of him, and like I said, he just went off the rails. Anyways, we'll move on to these screenshots here. You'll see of his FB activity, then we'll come back. So a friend of Todd says, dude, I know this is some sketchy shit to wake up to, but you were charged with kidnapping in Arizona in 1986. You were born in 71, so you'd have to have been 15 years old. What the fuck? How is this a thing? Sure was. I told my girlfriend to sit on a sofa and have a talk, since she was also fucking a 22-year-old. That's it. Sit there, shut the fuck up while I have my say. When the daddy is chairman of the board of education and your father is an arms dealer and everyone wants him gone, yeah. And they put the kidnapping on me at 15. She was the same age. It was basically their way of getting rid of my dad, yet all it did was get rid of me. So that's him minimizing what happened, lying about what happened, and being generally loathsome. So, and then he talks about how it started a whole ball of shit that has been a pain in the ass. Oh, poor Todd. I'm so sorry for Todd. I have so much pity for Todd. Not. Get up this morning, read the news, realize that once again, I ain't part of none of that dumb junk. Smile, carry on with my day. Time to go list a house, then bush hog my beach, and then bush hog my beach area, hoping the yellow jackets don't come out to play. So then one of his friends says, please share pictures. To which and she means of the lovely beach area that he's talking about going to, right? And he says, you want pictures of me reading the news, smiling, carrying on with my day, or bush hogging? Inquiring minds want to know. Oblivious, man. You can tell the guy just doesn't get it. Gotta love it when you get some random text from some pussy-ass husband wanting to know how you know his wife, who you really don't remember for shit as you forgot about it months ago. Then has phone records where she blew up your phone. Still not remembering it. Then gives me a name and all, and oh shit. That beat up thing? Nah, man. Ain't no one want that. All yours, brah. Remembering when she texted me a pic of her goods and I asked what kind of accident were you in and how many others died. Yeah, he went back to whatever hole he was lying in. No one wants that. Some days I just feel like I'm being a savage for sport. He cuts his wrists. Walmart cashier line just got a bit shorter. We all win. That's the kind of just BS. This guy is just, he's the general state of loathing that this guy just seems to live in. His, I can't, he's a really, really nasty individual. So let's go right to the bottom of this one where we see, I am the devil and I am all the devil I need. I just have to stay busy. When I am gone, you're all going to be like, damn, he did all that. Telling on himself there a bit. Okay, so there he says he told the girl to sit on the couch while he did his thing. Well, nope. That ain't what happened. No. He bound her, duct taped her mouth, and forced himself on her. So, that's the facts of it. So, no matter how he tried to minimize it there, but that was the facts of it. So, then you got the Facebook post where he's like talking about he's checking out in the morning, checking in what's going on. Oh, none of it's about me. Well, on to my day, I gotta go sell a house or whatever. It's like he's checking FB like he expects to see something about himself. Potentially. Interesting. Not incriminating by itself. But when you look at this whole culmination of things that I'm going to be showing you here, anyways, you look at that casual desire he had for that one guy who texted him because I guess that guy's girl had texted Todd something inappropriate or whatever the guy didn't like when he saw. I guess he must have picked up his wife's phone. So he was kind of getting on Todd about it. Well, Todd seemed to have no care about that guy going and slitting his wrist. I mean, just a casual desire for that guy to slit his wrist so that the line for Walmart cashier would get shorter. Anyways, and then you got the last one there where he's basically just flat out admitting that people are just going to be shocked and everything when they find out what happened, or when he goes away, as he put it, I guess. So, anyways, in the interest of keeping this moving quickly, I'm going to move right into the next set now. These will be dealing with Todd acting as Charlie, basically using Charlie's phone and acting as Charlie on Charlie's Facebook. So here we go. You'll see that now. So here we have Todd acting as Kayla, picking up Charlie's phone. He's pretending to be Kayla, getting mad about some girl commenting. It looks like to me. He's like, why are you messaging him? How do you know him? Have you ever met him? Basically acting as Kayla on Charlie's account. So, this is him basically, I think, trying to feel things out. He was monitoring what the relatives and people were thinking and feeling probably through Charlie's phone. But yeah, I mean, just a bad guy. The fact that he would impersonate his victims, he's such a waste of human material. Human, using the word human lightly or loosely. Anyways, so this is Todd here acting as Charlie. You can see the profile pic up there in the top right corner. Another kind of odd one that I think his people that knew him thought was odd. The person saying, "Who is this? You can post comments, but you can't respond to me." And then so Todd says, "I was reading something," trying to act like he was Charlie, just reading something. "Where are you?" The person says. "Are you okay? Is this really even you?" And to which Todd responds with, "Yes, I'm fine." And the person says again, "Is this really even you?" Because they were basically at the point where they knew something was going on, something was wrong. So that's that. Okay, these are just some Facebook profile pics and memes that were posted on Charlie's account while Todd had it and Charlie was missing. Now we'll move into the Joker the Joker profile picture they changed it to. And there's also some comments that go along with it, but you'll see that this is on September 6th. September 6th, Charlie and Kayla were missing. Nobody knew where they were, hadn't heard from them, other than this weird stuff that they were seeing on Charlie's Facebook. But you'll see down here at the bottom somebody actually asking him, "Hey, where is Kayla?" To which Todd, as Charlie, responds with, "Hey, who the heck are you asking me about my girlfriend?" To which the person responds, "The cops are looking for you, asshole." So, I mean, he just doesn't get the gravity of things. He's very dim when it comes to emotional aptitude. Okay, so there we have Todd obviously in possession of Charlie's phone and posting on Facebook. We have him there. First, it's like he's posing as Kayla. Like Kayla has Charlie's phone and she's asking some girl who she is and how she knows Charlie, but it couldn't have been, because Kayla was in the storage container. Then we have also him acting like Charlie, talking to people in those shots. And it's pretty obvious. And then the way he changes the profile pics, Charlie's profile pictures, those are things that the people that knew Charlie were just like, what the heck? They didn't understand it. Plus they hadn't talked to him. And this all eventually started to resonate with people, and they started to realize that something was up. So now we're going to move on to basically Todd on Facebook Messenger as himself on his own Facebook, talking to somebody who questions him about Kayla. So we'll see that right here, and then we'll come back for one final segment, and so we'll see right here. So here is Todd getting a message through Facebook Messenger from one of his friends asking him about Kayla. You get the impression that they probably may have had an idea that she worked with him, but he says, "What the F? Don't you know the story? Been busting ass on my ravines and getting contract resolved, but I wouldn't worry about it. She is known for her doing her own thing. Looking at the news, says her BF is missing too. How much you want to bet they took a long weekend off at the mountains or the beach? This was a Labor Day weekend." And he had another FB post talking about people going to the beach. The person says, "I don't know, very weird. Damn if I know. I don't know her that well. Ex-girlfriend of a friend of mine from years ago. I let her do minor cleanouts on rentals. I got my hands full with real estate and tons of repairs, and everyone's screaming about. I'm sure it will end up fine." And the person says, "I hope so." While he's having this conversation with her, this person, Kayla is in he has her in his possession in the container most likely, and yet here he is telling somebody, "Oh, no need to worry." I mean, yeah. This is him. He's just he's a monster. All right, so we see that Todd was a pretty evil guy. He was pretty bad. He acted as his victims on Facebook. Even acting as, Kayla, like with Charlie's phone at one point, and, that's like, and he was probably getting a thrill out of that. He was probably getting a huge thrill out of that. You notice some of those posts, those FB posts, I don't know if you saw, where he talks about his idle hands and how his idle hands will get him into trouble and stuff. And you know, gotta wonder if that's what he means. But like all serial killers like to taunt or like advertise what they do or their work essentially. Like Dahmer, for instance, used to like preserve the bones, and then he would like in skulls or whatever, and then like he would make like these little art shrines kind of things to put in his house, like on a coffee table or whatever. You know, grim stuff, but I mean, a lot of people are into like stuff like skulls and whatever. So, you know, I don't know. Anyways, he just was putting it in as like a piece of like aesthetics or something, like little shrine things that he was making. Anyways, that was what Dahmer did. The Zodiac killer was straight up sending letters and stuff into police, taunting them and you know, taunting them and, you know, saying "catch me if you can." The Hillside Stranglers, they used to pose the bodies like on the side of the road where it would be the most shock value when the body was found. Just twisted stuff like that. And even like Glenn Rogers was another, you know, bad serial killer, but in the early part of his serial career, he was actually a police informant for like the cops in his, like, in the area where he came from. And that was like, I mean, it's almost like he was asking to get caught, but it was also kind of a way that cloaked him because he was working with police. Police weren't really looking to suspect him for anything. Anyways, but yeah, that's what serial killers are. They get off on that danger or that, you know, whole cat and mouse, catch me if you can kind of thing. And I think that's what brings Todd to Facebook and saying things on Facebook that when you put them all together collectively, they all look very, very incriminating. So that's just the way I feel about it. So anyways, that's the video for today, folks. Just wanted to go ahead and do another video just to show all of that FB activity, all that stuff, so that you guys can see that all in one place. Anyways, if you guys haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.